Hey everybody, how are you all doing? Better than the Queen, I hope. Can I speak with you, internet user to internet user? I love making jokes about people, especially when they deserve it, but I was always under the impression that memes targeting kids were off limits. Jokes about kids in general are fine, and jokes about the traits kids have are fine, but when a joke is deliberately targeting a specific kid or making fun of them, I didn't think we were doing that, because it's very easy for kids to go viral, a little too easy, and I thought we all wanted to make sure that that didn't go wrong. For example, there's that recent TikTok that went viral featuring an interview with a kid at a fair, and he was passionate about the corn he was eating. It was cute. People called him Corn Kid. They made a song remixing his monologue. It was really sweet. That's cute. I like that. Well, now his parents have him on Cameo, and they're signing him to brand deals, and Mr. Beast already pounced on him. What was once a kid with a simple passion for a vegetable is now an internet personality responsible for making an income. And to be fair, when kids gain notoriety, I don't fully blame the parents for wanting to make some money off of that, because likes don't pay rent. Capitalism is not playing fair. And if these kids are already being exploited in a way by strangers for a free trending video or a free trending sound, it makes sense why the parents would want to jump on that while the kid is relevant in order to give themselves some kind of boost, which they may be in need of. However, it's a little different with the genre of mommy bloggers, which is another way that kids can go kind of semi-viral. It's those parents who make those daily videos of their kids just living their lives, playing with toys, going on playdates, dressing up, eating lunch. Some of them film them taking baths. The whole thing is bad. Because nobody asked these parents to do that, they're making that choice themselves. And I know there's already some big debate online about whether or not mommy bloggers and child vlogs at all are ethical. And speaking of ethics, or lack thereof, this video is in part about Trisha Paytas, someone who is infamous for jumping from controversy to controversy in order to boost her career and income, right? She's a real classic bad behavior for clout kind of a situation. Trisha is currently in the last few weeks of her pregnancy, and thankfully for that time, she has been staying out of the spotlight and not jumping into controversy. But right now, there is a meme going around about her, and uniquely, she's not in control of this one. People noticed that the Queen of England was failing in health around the same time as Trisha was nearing their delivery date, and so people started joking about how the Queen would be reincarnated as Trisha's baby. Light and funny joke. Kind of random, but no real substance behind it. It would not stay that way. One day, Trisha tweeted to her fans that the time was nearing and that she was 1 centimeter dilated. And then the Queen died. Pretty soon after. And what was once a niche joke turned into a widespread conspiracy. The concept of Trisha, of all people, rebirthing what was once British monarchy is really funny. Just the concept of that is comical. I laughed at some of the videos I saw. It's very random, and just the whole thing is pretty humorous. And then those jokes kept happening, and then more people heard about it and thought they'd joke about it too. And suddenly it became too much, as it usually does. Just the timing of Trisha's tweet followed immediately by the Queen dying. It was just kind of the perfect substance to further the joke, and so a lot of people did. It was no longer, what if Trisha's baby comes after the Queen died? It was suddenly, Trisha just gave birth 3 minutes after the Queen died. And that spread like wildfire, as all funny misinformation does. And that might sound like an unimportant detail to you, but again, this is more so about how this meme was out of Trisha's control. And having it progress like that is to emphasize, this was not in her hands. 1 centimeter dilated does not mean that the birthing process is underway. If it was, I doubt she would be saying woohoo. There's a chance that people actually just didn't understand that health-wise and thought that the baby was here, or at least minutes away, which is, go American education. But I think it's more likely that a few people knew but were faking it for the joke, and then other people just assumed it was correct. Considering most were running with the narrative of 3 minutes after, and that was the running joke, I'm pretty sure that was just part of the story they made. And that's really what fueled this joke to the state it went to, which led to Trisha tweeting this. I'm still so confused by yesterday, truly. It feels like I'm in a simulation for real. Like the actual Truman Show or something. Imagine all this speculation of your unborn daughter coming out of nowhere. I truly, for the first time ever, don't know how to handle this. But since that didn't seem to stop any of them, and the memes kept coming, and the story kept evolving, Trisha took to TikTok to try and prove to people that she did not, in fact, give birth.
Okay, first and foremost, I am still very much pregnant. It is September 9th, 2022, and I am still very much pregnant. It's also like my first pregnancy. I'm still very pregnant, and we were getting personal texts and phone calls from people in our real life that knows us that were saying congratulations. And I just felt like an ultimate disappointment to tell people like I'm still pregnant. Like I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I really don't even know like how this like blew up or anything. Like I didn't say anything. Like I didn't like nothing. I'm like kind of confused.
And I know that some of you are seeing all of this and saying, Duncan, it's Trisha Paytas. Like, she's been problematic and offensive since day one. It's okay if she's the subject of a meme for once. Like, nothing really big is happening here. And yeah, with a joke like this, I'm not too worried about Trisha. I'm definitely not too worried about the Queen. The worry I have is elsewhere. It's more so about something that I think is innocent right now and didn't really deserve this. And now you're going, yeah, Duncan, we saw your title and we clicked the video. We know, like, just hurry up and make your points already. And I will. This baby, this daughter that Trisha is about to have any day now, kind of has the cards stacked against her. And that may sound mean, but if you know the full context of Trisha and everything she's done on the internet, I don't think you'll disagree with that statement. We know that the children of mainstream celebrities get to either quietly enjoy the luxurious life it brings them or use that boost to start their own career, but we haven't quite seen what happens when it comes to the children of internet celebrities. Because the premise of being a public figure online is still rather new, these kids of these people are either still growing and developing or aren't born yet. I think however they end up, it's probably going to be a little less luxurious, like the nepotism babies of Hollywood, and a little bit more drama. And struggling. Uh-oh. Cameras, am I right? Always dying on you? Sorry for the change in scenery and the presentation switch up. Okay, where was I? Imagine some of the internet content creators you know, and now picture finding out your parents have the exact same internet footprint as they do. It probably varies upon severity. Like if your mom did unboxing videos, then that's probably fine. But dear God, what if your dad ran a prank channel? We simply don't know yet what all of the ramifications will be for children who grow up with internet famous parents and how that's going to affect their development and growth. So all we can really do is hypothesize. But this kid, Trisha's daughter, that's just a hell of an association to be born with. And now, even with all of that, we have to add this whole Queen Elizabeth thing on top of it. The idea that at one point in time, such a vast amount of people were joking that your mom would give birth to the respawn of the Queen of England, so much to the fact that it was trending along with the official announcement. What do you do in that situation? To us, it's just a funny prompt for jokes, and by the time this video comes out, it'll probably be irrelevant and already outdated. We might have already moved on, but we all might have just given this future kid another shadow to escape from under. We don't know how self-referential meme culture will be in 6, 8, 10 years. To be fair, I don't remember memes that were trending last week. The thing is, people will likely recognize you if you're Trisha Paytas' daughter. And that already opens the book for a lot of references they can make. This child's peers and anyone in their social life will have full access to a library of things that have already existed on the internet, most things before she was even around. Like, not only is your mom an infamous LA influencer scandal tornado of a person, but at one point in time, the entire world was joking about your birth and the association of a queen dying. Like, what do you do in that situation? I really don't know. This kid didn't even have a chance to be born with a blank slate or any autonomy to decide how she would be regarded. It's already Trisha Paytas' daughter / potentially the queen rebirthed. That's a lot of ammunition to be used against her. And on that note, I mentioned the genre of mommy bloggers earlier because I have a very sinking feeling that is the direction that Trisha is headed in. There is a fraction of my heart that wants to believe that this child will be what changes Trisha and makes her understand not to publicize anything, and maybe she'll change. with becoming a mom, maybe. But the more cynical part of me is saying that Trisha has had time to grow and change, and they haven't, which means that this kid will likely end up being exploited and living their life in front of the camera. And just knowing before the kids even hear that their life, their earliest days, their private moments is all going to be online under the umbrella of Trisha Paytas. I don't know, it's upsetting. It is. I do believe that the mommy bloggers or even the whole like parenting vlogs genre can exist, but absolutely not in the way that it is right now. I think it needs to be more like the story time concept, where the things that happened are referenced or told to the camera instead of shown, instead of having these kids' faces shown to anybody who wants access to them. I do not think kids can fully consent to being on camera with the full understanding of what that means. And I think the moms who use that as an excuse are reaching, like, a lot. Oh, this froze on a very unflattering image of me. Is it gonna wake up? Hello? Oh, nobody look at this. Jesus. Okay, yeah, I am a bad YouTuber. Again, I do hope that Trisha or the people in her life will make this case and this kid can grow up privately on her own terms and hopefully away from everything that the internet would bring to this. And on the very small off chance that Trisha sees this or hears a clip of me talking, Trisha, do not do mommy vlogs. Do not show your kid. Do story times. It'll still work. Just, I promise. Do not film your kid. As for the rest of us, I think the light joking is fine, right? You can joke about Trisha's bad behavior. You can definitely joke about the queen dying if that's your speed. But we have to be careful about joking about kids, because if it happens en masse like this again, the ramifications of what we do might outlive the meme's lifespan and end up affecting people later in life. I don't want us to play a part in the difficulties that will happen in a kid's upbringing in their life. Like, that's not what the internet's for. And I have a pretty good feeling that we can get past this and not do it again. I don't know yet if having kids is going to be a part of my life someday, but if I do, I want to make sure that my actions online don't cause any unnecessary stress or pressure that could be added to them by anyone. I mean, I'm definitely going to embarrass them because they have a YouTuber dad, right? And even without this, I was born to be a dorky dad. I'm gonna do the bad jokes to make them do the eye rolls in front of their friends. Yeah, I was born with dumb dad syndrome. In conclusion, let's be smart, considerate, and not give kids a hard time. It seems like a simple message. You know, put that on a shirt. Don't wear that shirt. Okay, bye. Hi, thank you for watching the video and making it to the end. I appreciate you sticking with me the whole way, despite how weird this video was. I don't know why my camera died and then my computer froze. The whole thing was a mess. Thank you for sticking through it. Thank you to my talented, beautiful, amazing patrons whose names are scrolling by here. I appreciate the extra support you give the channel, and it does go a long way. All of these people are very cool in my book. It's not a crazy important book, but it's mine. If you have any additional thoughts you want to add to the discussion of kids or celebrities and growing up with that kind of life, please add it into the comments. I'd love to read about it and hear what you guys have to say, because I clearly don't know everything. Wow, what an endorsement of myself. Again, I appreciate you all for spending some time with me, and I will be back next week with a brand new video to show you. And then hopefully you'll like that one too. I'll make another video, you'll like that, and we'll just keep going forever, or until I explode. I hope you can take care of yourself as well as the people around you, and I will see you next time. So until then, take care, I love you lots, and goodbye.